Hey friends, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my story. There was a time in my life that I was lost, I was hurting, I was angry, and I was broken. So many things were going on inside of me that even my closest friends had no idea. Even though I grew up in a Christian family with a loving mom and dad, awesome Christian grandparents, grew up going to church, there were things that happened when I was younger. My dad died when I was 13, and I was so angry with God. I was a part of an awesome church growing up, and things happened that hurt me that I didn't understand, and it caused me to be confused and really run away from God. I started down a really dark path for years, living far from God and so hurt and broken. There was anger inside of me that seemed like it couldn't even be quenched. It was so much. So I went to Easter in 2001 with my parents, the obligatory Easter celebration, and the next day I was a mess. A dear friend died a month prior. His name was Jason, and all of my friends were just so torn up from this horrible tragedy, losing him. So I was a mess, and I remember waking up at my parents' home that Monday after Easter, and I was sitting at the table, and my mom could see that I was a mess and probably wanted so much better for my life. And I said to her, I just feel like I'm supposed to let go of the past and move on to the future. And she was so eager for change to take place in my life that she actually typed out that phrase and hung it on my mirror downstairs. So later that night, I was just so depressed, and I just cried out to God, and I said, I just want to either end my life or give it to you, but I can't live like this anymore. And I felt this peace come over me, this amazing love and peace from God. It was something that I never even knew existed, and I was so amazed by his love, and I surrendered my life fully and completely and made Jesus the king of my life that day. That was the Monday after Easter, April 16th of 2001. I remember feeling so excited and just amazed by God's love. And so I didn't want to tell my mom because I knew that she would just overwhelm me. She would be so happy. So I called my friend Kim, and Kim also had recently rededicated her life to God. And so she said, come to Bible study with me at my church on Wednesday night. So that Wednesday night, I remember going into this small Second Baptist church in New London, Ohio. For those of you guys who remember that night, I came into this Bible study, and I didn't know anyone but my two girlfriends, Dawn and Kim, and we were there, and they had Bible study, and they were getting ready to go, and the pastors dismissed everyone, and everyone was walking, and I just felt this rush in my heart, like I needed to tell someone what had happened on Monday, 2 days before. So I stood up, kind of scared, but excited, and I just said, excuse me, I need to tell you that I gave my life to Jesus on Monday night, and I feel like I need somebody to pray over me. And everybody erupted with applause. It was like, I'm sure the biggest moment in a Wednesday night Bible study in so long. And so my girlfriend Kim came over and gave me a big hug, and Dawn, and they held my hands, and the pastor came over and he began to pray over me, and he looked me dead in the eyes, and he said, I feel like God wants you to know that you're supposed to let go of the things that happened in the past and move on to the future. It was like God was speaking directly through him to me, and I have never been the same. I have a peace from God. I have love and purpose. I have an amazing life that's not perfect, that's filled with hard times for sure. But I know God's love like never before. It's the best decision that I ever made. I want to ask you today, do you have a story like this? If you do, will you be brave and bold and share your story? We have people all over the world right now that are hurting, that are angry, and we have a hope in Jesus that people need to hear. If you don't have a story like this, let me reach out to me. I would love to pray with you. I would love to tell you more about this Jesus that changed and transformed my life. He is our source of hope. He loves you and He's for you. If you're angry and broken and scared right now, He is the solution that made all the difference in my life, and I know He can make the difference in yours. I pray that this testimony of my life, a little bit about my story, has been a blessing to you today. God bless you.